Hello everyone. Now this is very scary. I have no makeup on, and if you know me, it's the first thing I do after I get up in the morning, exercise, shower, put on my makeup. Even if I'm around the house, it helps to give me protection from sun if I'm working out in the yard, or I just like to look polished. So this is the first time I'm showing my face, and this is in public to everyone, for everyone to see. But I've had a lot of requests for a couple of things, for makeup and how we use the eye conceal makeup with the Image Skincare. And then also too, I get a lot of questions on dermaplaning and how we can safely do dermaplaning at home. So I thought I would go ahead and give you some instructions on that. Now, we're not doing the medical grade dermaplaning. This is something that can be done. Anyone can do this for themselves at home. So I buy these little, they're actually for the eyebrows, to clean up the eyebrows. And I get these at Sally's. You can probably find them online. Very inexpensive. There's different brands, but I got this one from Sally's, and I'm going to show you how to very safely use these for yourself at home to get the same results as dermaplaning at the spa. So here goes. I've got a mirror here to try and do this. So I like to start at the forehead, and you're just going to hold this at basically a 90-degree angle. And I like to pull the skin. So the skin, you want the skin to be very taut. First of all, you start with a clean skin. So I've washed my face. I actually put on a little bit of moisturizer because my skin is on the dry side. Now, if you have oily skin, you might want to just wash your face, and then you'll get more exfoliation. So what this does is it does help to exfoliate. We all know that exfoliation is key to a healthy skin. It stimulates new cell growth. It helps to get rid of damage, that you have nice, it stimulates collagen production, and you have nice new baby cells coming to the surface. But we want to be very careful not to cut yourself, and I have done this myself. When you're in a hurry and you're in too much of a hurry, and then you end up having little scratch marks all over your face. So we don't want that to happen. So you take off the little safety cover, take that off, and then we're just going to pull up on the forehead, and I just take little sections, and I take little strokes, and I sort of follow my finger down to make sure that the skin is nice and taut. And you have to be careful when you come down to the eyebrow that you don't keep going and take off your eyebrow. And believe me, and I'm a professional, I have done this myself before, where I've taken off my eyebrow because I was in a hurry, so you don't want to do that. But if you pull up on that skin, I love how you can get a really nice, clean, neat line above the brow. All those little hairs, and you can really shape the brow this way. So all those little hairs that come up, that are those little tiny hairs. And I just kind of go like a little sideways, and it creates a really nice, clean line along my brows. So again, coming back up to the hairline, keep pulling that skin. I'm just doing little short movements. Now you can move the skin around. Don't be afraid to move the skin around. And then have a Kleenex, so you can take and you can kind of wipe off any dead layers of skin, any hairs, because basically you're removing all the little fine hairs, the superficial hairs on the skin. And what that does is it gives you this beautiful, clean slate. So when your makeup goes on super smooth. Goes on like glass. So this is excellent to do before an event, before a full makeup. You can see a little bit of redness, from the stimulation. So I'm just learning how to make videos with the Facebook app. So this particular one is called Video Shop, and hopefully there should be a feature on here how to speed up the process, so I don't have to bore you to tears, and so I'll be able to speed this up and you can see it in fast motion. Again, don't be afraid to lift, really pull on the skin, lift. Get that beautiful, nice, clean line to shape your brows. Okay, now when you come around to the side, and I do want to get really close around my eyes too, because I'm concerned about lines and wrinkles, and I want that skin to be as smooth as possible. So this is going to help. I bring that actually up pretty close, so don't be afraid to pull that skin nice and taut. I'm going to come up right along the cheekbone there, right around along the orbit. Now I'm not going inside, I'm just going along the orbit of the eye, and I'm pulling my cheek, pulling that skin so that it's really nice and taut right up to the nose. And as you're doing this, depending on your skin, you may see some dead flaky skin starting to slough off. And that's a good sign. You want to slough off some dead layers of skin. But if you have any type of moles, obviously you would not go over any type of moles, anything that's raised. If you have acne, you would definitely not do this. You cannot do this dermaplaning in this technique on acneic skin, because you're just sort of spreading the acne around. So again, I'm really pulling on my skin, coming all the way back to the hairline, all the way back. Right up to the lip line. I'm sectioning, so I've done the forehead, and I've come around to the side of the face. And you can also, pull this skin up, because I want to do my jawline as well. So you have to be careful along the jawline, because you don't want to cause little cuts along the jawline. So if you actually pull that skin up so that it stretches out and brings it up top, so that you can get along the edge of the jawline, you're actually moving that skin up and stretching it up so that you can actually go over the jawline. Because this is where you see, and especially as we age, we get a lot of superfluous hair there. When you can see that in the sunlight, and it kind of takes away from that nice smoothness in your skin. So now what I like to do, I actually like to catch not just on the jawline, but then down onto the neck too. So I like that to be really clean. So make sure you get your hair out of the way. You have to pull your hair back and then stretch your neck up, and we're going to come up on the side of the neck, right up to the base of the earlobe, because I want to get all that little fuzz that might be under the jawline. Okay, then I like to make sure I get any little chin hairs, make that really smooth. And then I'm going to come up, pulling that skin taut. Now you can start to roll your lips in. And now you want to, don't forget the corners of your mouth, because especially for us women, we're going to get a little bit of hair, depending on the hormone levels that you're going through. And as we age, we get a little bit more hair here. It's hormonal. So you want to try and get right through on the corners of the lips, so you can stretch that lip out by opening up your mouth too. And just getting into that crease. And then just pulling the skin. Want to do all along that vermilion border, which means the outline of your lips. Come right up under the nose. This will also help with any, the collagen and helping to smooth out the fine lines along the lips. So now I've done all of this forehead, I've done all the side, I've come up my neck, half of my face. Now I'm going to do the other side, come down. I kind of left off on the temples, pulling the skin back, coming around the orbit of the eye. I like to get fairly close because I want to catch any little wrinkles that might be forming. Wiping your blade, making sure your blade is nice and clean. You can see all the dead skin. And then I like to also do the nose too, just to help with exfoliation. So I'll just now you have to be very careful because this is very thin skin on your nose. So you can just gently, just kind of following that along. And you're really not applying pressure at all. You're just really allowing the blade to do the work. So you're not pressing down, you're just gliding over the skin very lightly. All right. So now you should be nice and smooth. You can just check over your different areas, make sure that you have it nice and even. If there's areas in particular where your skin's a little bit thicker and you want to exfoliate a little bit more, you can kind of go over that area a little bit more. But really, this is just to help slough off dead layers of skin, take off any superfluous hair, the vellus hair. It's easier to say vellus hair. All right. And then what I like to do is I can apply a little bit more moisture, maybe a little bit of a gel or a serum, something light, that just helps to soothe the skin afterwards. Now the skin is nice and open. So just to help calm and soothe the skin. And now you've got this incredibly smooth surface to apply makeup. Now, one last thought. I know a lot of estheticians are like, oh no, I don't want to show my clients that. I don't want them doing that at home for themselves. But believe me, you know, all these things that we can do to help us in between while we're waiting to get back to see our esthetician, these are all things that, you know, once we're back and able to see estheticians again, believe me, this is something that everybody might be able to do at home, but it's so much nicer to have someone else do it for you. And to have this done prior to a treatment and during the treatment when your skin is really open, now whatever the esthetician is applying next can really penetrate and you'll get a much better result during the treatment. So there's always going to be a place for this again in the spa. But in the meantime, while we're stuck at home and we don't have any access, but yet we're all on screen and we're taking pictures and we're on camera more than probably ever before, now is a great time to at least take care of ourselves. So thanks very much. And my next one will be actually applying makeup back on. So please look out for that tutorial. I'll be doing that one next. Thanks so much. And please don't forget, if you like this video and you'd like to see more, please add any positive comments. I really appreciate it. Be kind. This is my first time working in this platform, but I appreciate any kind of encouragement. Thanks so much.